Hi, everybody. My name's Jason.
I'm Caden.
I'm Jaden.
I'm Eli.
And we are the Yahuwah and the Torah YouTube channel. You can find us on Rumble, you can find us on Odysee, and you can find us at yahuwahandthetorah.net. You can also find us at yahscriptures.com. And we are your family. You guys are our family, and we hope that you guys will be part of our family. We thank you guys very, very much for joining us and for hanging out with us. And we had a good adventure yesterday. It was an interesting adventure. There's something, I guess, noteworthy, is that we are so far secluded out in the middle of the jungle. Our little country down here had some sort of a revolution, and we didn't even know about it. We were like 2 weeks late to the revolution. So when we went out yesterday, and a lot of people were praying for us, a lot of people were talking about it, so we thank you guys very, very much. We bought literally the last 4 bags of dog food I think they have in this country right now, and we got really super lucky. And what we did is how we get here is, or how we got out of here yesterday is we trampled through the jungle a little bit, through some almost unpassable roads, and then we go through almost an unpassable creek. And then you drive up a little more, and a little bit later you start hitting some gravel, then you start hitting some residential stuff. But it's a work to get out of the jungle that we're in. And so a lot of things, we had this happen like a year ago, where there was like a kind of a fight here in between the people and the government. And how they do it in this country, it's a little different. There's only about 2 million people in this country, I think, somewhere around there. 4 million? 4 million people in this country. And they're really, for the most part, they're not real aggressive. And when we came down here, one thing you learn coming from North America is that North America is really, really aggressive. And so every other country they're not as aggressive as the Americans are. And I say that as people that came down here, and we were trying to get things done, and you raise your voice a little bit, and these people cower. So it's a little weird for us. We're just used to, if you got a problem with it, you deal with it, and that's the way it goes. But these guys do a little different. So anyway, we traipse out through the jungle, and we make it to the main road, and there's no cars. There's nothing. It looks like the apocalypse had hit. There's nobody left in the world, and the roads were completely empty. Very, very weird. Had that being said, I took it and I had some fun on the roads. I launched that sucker about 85 miles an hour, which there's nobody out there. It's like the end of the world has happened. And so I was taking my truck and I was having a blast down the road. And we eventually made it to a little place where they had like the literally last 4 bags of dog food. We get it. And we traipse on home and everything is good. The thing is, this is, since we were unaware of the revolution that was happening, we are 2 weeks into this, so there's no gasoline, and there's no propane, there's no food in the stores, there's no nothing. I guess they have not refilled the stores for over 2.5 weeks, and literally our entire country is shut down. That being said, we didn't even know about it, and we probably won't know about it again because we don't have to leave here for like another 4 bags of dog food. That'll last us what? A month? Yeah, one month.
Bigger,
yeah,
so a little more than that.
More or less. But then we have no idea what the world is going to be like outside once we peek outside again. But that's kind of the fun of the jungle life. Gentlemen, how are you guys doing?
Good.
Did you have a fun trip out there, Jay, yesterday?
Right.
What did you get to do yesterday? Oh, yeah. Tell everybody about our illegal driving. So on the way home, considering the world has ended and there's no cars anywhere, I let Jay drive for the first time my big truck. I have a Toyota Tundra. It was a nice truck back in the days, and he got to run that baby home. How'd you do?
I think all right.
There's a couple bikers out there, but there's no little cars.
Didn't hit anybody.
Yeah. We didn't hurt anybody. Were you nervous?
A little bit.
A little bit. It's a big truck, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
much better, much bigger than that little tiny car that you were doing driver's school in, right?
Yeah.
They don't let you go in the big old V8 racing trucks.
Yeah, they just tell you to drive and really don't do much,
Yeah. So anyway, that was our adventures out, and so we are thankful that you guys we're hopeful that we made it back, and we did. So thank you guys very, very much. Now we are about to get into the reading for today. For anybody who has never, ever downloaded the free PDFs, the free PDFs are available. What we're reading right here is we're reading out of Yah's Scriptures, the Apocrypha, single edition, single column. And today, I believe, Yah willing, we will have the final 4th revision right before print of Yah's scriptures, the single column that's at the top. And so once those are updated, there's been a lot of fixes to it, and we're to the final copy on all of this. So guys, make sure you have current PDFs of that. Make sure you guys have them onto your tablets. You never know when there's going to be a revolution. You never know when you're going to look out your door, and who knows what the world's going to be going on. So be prepared for that. You can also purchase the $59. It is the absolute best deal anywhere on the internet, anywhere out there. You will never get a 103 book, large print, nice scriptures, 3 bookmarks with all of the restored names, scriptures in there. They're all available right now. Pre-orders are in. We've had a lot of orders so far. This is limited edition. We hope that it's not limited edition, but if it is, you will probably want to get your scriptures ordered now, because we will be delivering these in the end of February or somewhere close to March. All right, gents. Let's get a quick recap. Where, who, what, where, when, why, and what is happening. We're on 120 for today. What happened prior to this?
Yesterday was we talked about Lot and how he's in Sodom, how the people are evil, the evil they do, how the 2 messengers came to his house, and the Ruach told Lot that these were Yahuwah's messengers, and he took them into the house, and the people wanted to do evil to them.
Right. Hold on real quick. All right. Well, that's why Boss Clan is completely whack. So we just, there's like vultures in the trees. We all just spread it out there, the 5 of us, out to the edge of the property to go fight the vultures in the trees as the dogs are sitting there going mad. Now, I have no idea where we ended up with for that madness. Jade, what were we talking about?
Sodom, and
talking about Lot.
He brought the angels into his house, the messengers,
right,
and protected them from the people, and they said they're gonna be destroyed, and he told them they need to get out of Sodom.
Right. Okay. Now, today we're going to get more stuff that does not align with what we know within scriptures. So when we see this, let's talk about this and let's see what we can figure out and possibly why and how this would make sense. Or is it just bones inside of, where we should have meat? Okay, 120. And does it matter at all? I guess is the question. Okay, 120. And one of these Kodesh men said unto Lot, Take now all that appertaineth unto thee, whether persons or goods, out of the city, for the wrath of Elohim is upon this place, and tomorrow it shall be destroyed, because the cries of those who have been abused here have risen up unto the ears of Yahuwah of Zeboth, and the abominations of the Sodomites have come up before his face. Wherefore, surely upon the morrow the vengeance of Yahuwah shall fall upon Sodom, that neither root nor branch shall be left here, for the fullness of their iniquity has come upon them, and in the fullness thereof they shall be cut off. Therefore Lot went forth at that time, and spake unto his sons-in-law and his married daughters, and all who had gone forth with him from our camp, saying, Up, get you out of this place, for on their morrow Yahuwah will destroy the city. But his words were as foolishness unto them, and they mocked him. And Lot returned unto his house. Now, does that word, does not sound right? I'm going to go over that. Up, get you out of their place. It should be this place, shouldn't it? Get you up out of this place. Yeah,
that sounds weird.
So these are the things that we often run into as you read these extracurricular books, is things don't always sound right. But that's a change that we can make, that we can fix on our own. So we will do that. 121. And but his words were as foolishness unto them, and they mocked them, and Lot returned unto his house in sorrow. Now 121. When morning came, the men of Elohim hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wives and thy daughters, who are here with thee in the house, and depart hence, lest ye be consumed by the wrath of Elohim, which shall be visited upon the iniquities of Sodom. And while they were preparing to depart, Lot's heart began being full of sorrow at leaving his daughters and his daughters' children to be destroyed. The men of Elohim took him by the hand, and his wives and his daughters, for Yahuwah had mercy upon Lot because of his integrity, because he had not bowed down unto false mighty ones, nor entered into the abominations of Sodom. And Lot there thought to dwell in Zoar. Wherefore he hastened there. But his wife, Ado, turned back unto the city of Sodom. Ado was the daughter of Eli, the son of Eleazar, which Eli had accompanied Lot to Sodom. Okay. Let's finish this and then we'll talk. And Ado thought upon her parents and her daughters who remained in the city. Her heart was pained within her, and she turned back unto them and was lost. But Lot entered with the rest of his family into Zoar, and was there and was there when the cities of the plains were overthrown. Okay, let's talk real quick.
So I think wives, multiple wives.
Yeah, multiple wives, and it gets odder here because what do we know from scriptures, Eli or Jade or anybody? Where was Lot's wife from? Wasn't she? I thought she was a Sodomite.
I think that's she did, her parents were there, so that's why she was looking back for her parents and stuff like that. So I think that she was from Sodom. So
how would this work out? That if it was, did Eleazar?
Do we know she's from Sodom? Does it say anywhere?
Maybe it's a different Eleazar because there's a lot of Eleazars.
Could be that.
I don't think so. Where does it say that she's from Sodom?
It doesn't say in the Bible, but I'm pretty sure it says in Jasher, I think is one of them. I haven't gotten to that part of the proofreading. I think, where's another place that said it? I think it said in the Targums as well.
All right. Does a detail or details such as this, do they make any difference to us? Do we care?
Don't think so, but it didn't mention why before.
It gets
but his daughters in the Bible had talked about like how there was no one for them to have child to continue the generations.
This is where it gets odder. So let's continue on.
Boy.
122. Then the 3 Kadesh men of Elohim came unto me, Abram, where I was fasting and praying nigh unto Sodom. And they lifted me up unto the Shamaim, and taught me the ordinances, the key words, and the signs by which I might call down fire and brimstone upon the cities. And I did, as I was commanded by the messengers of Elohim, and the cities were destroyed. And when I saw the destruction of the land, my heart was sorrowful. But Yahuwah said unto me, I have mercy upon Lot. I have had mercy upon Lot, and have sent him out of the city, that he was not destroyed. For he was the only righteous man in all of the cities. Wherefore my heart was comforted. Okay? Let's talk about this. This is the first time we've ever heard of like people.
Abraham being able to call on fire.
Yeah, Abraham having this kind of a power that he's able to call down this kind of a destructive force, right? So we read about this. Does this conflict with scriptures at all?
I don't think so. You know, Eliyahu did it, and so did the disciples wanted to call down fire as well. So I think something could be done. I don't know if Abraham was the one who actually was the one who destroyed Sodom, but it seems like it is here.
And that does conflict with what we know of in scriptures, this particular piece where Abraham calls down fire, because we do not know this in the regular book of Genesis, right? There's no such thing. In fact, this story is afterwards that Abraham arose up and he looked out after the day was over, right? Do you guys remember this part?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. He looked over there and he saw all of it burning. He basically woke up and he saw the destruction and the flames. So how would these two stories combine? How would
maybe the fire was still burning, maybe it was like smoldering afterwards and you saw the smoke?
Maybe rain down the fire, let it burn, and then went home, had a nap, woke up, and then went out and saw what was left of the destruction?
Maybe.
Yeah. All right. So I don't know. So these are little intricate details we just do not know. Now let's go into this because I do want to talk. There's some weird stuff here. Okay, let's go. 123. And when the destruction of Lot was over, Lot feared to continue dwelling in Zoar, lest it also should be destroyed. Wherefore he took his family and went unto the cave of Adullamah and dwelt there. And the word of Yahuwah came unto Lot, saying, Go in now unto thy 2 daughters, who are with thee, who have not known man, for they shall conceive by thee, that thy posterity shall not be cut off from the earth. Okay, before we discuss this, let's continue on. I know everybody's going to rock this one. So Lot went in unto his 2 daughters, and lay with them, and they conceived by him. And the firstborn bare a son, and called his name Moab. And the younger also bare a son, and she called his name Ben-Ami. And Lot dwelt in the cave for 5 years. And after that he took his wives, and his daughters, and his sons, whom his daughters had borne unto him, and dwelt on the other side of the Yarden. And Yahuwah barak him, and prospered, and he dwelt in safety. Now, I think this is good enough for an ending for today, because I think we need to discuss this.
Yeah, there's some issues here. Based on what we know in Genesis, it talks about his daughters coming up with the plan to do this, not
Well,
Lot.
Go ahead. Here's the thing.
We know in Jubilees that Moses ended up writing like all the way through Genesis through Jubilees, somewhere around there, because the messengers were talking to him on the mountain, giving the history. Mm-hmm. Lot told this Aaron, this was Abraham writing, so he had to hear the story from somewhere. He probably heard this from Lot, and Lot's like, the word of Yah came to us and told us to do this.
Oh, that's a very, very good point. Yeah, good thought on that. Yeah, no, thanks, Kate. Definitely, that is, Jay, do you have something on this?
It's,
But here's the thing: when you read the account of Genesis, it talks about the daughters liquoring up their dad,
and they come up with the plan. To do
yeah,
this.
to the plan where he basically he's like the innocent guy, right? You wake up in the morning, she's gone. He had no idea what happened, and we've had this discussion before on our channels where it doesn't work like that. It does not work. You cannot get liquored up to the point where you are able to perform in that kind of a thing, and it either happens or it doesn't. There's no point of being that liquored that for 2 nights in a row that is going to happen quite like this. So
I also think like there's like Lot was supposed to be held accountable for like what he's done, and his only thing to Abraham was like, "Oh yeah, y'all told us all to like do this."
yeah, what do you guys make of him taking his wives out with? Why in the see? That's the thing about having multiple
If
wives
he had
in this
extra
cave,
wives, he'd be able to continue on his generation.
right? Yeah, because that doesn't make any sense that he had wives with him. That because why in the world would he have an ancestral relationship with his daughters? And where was the wife at during that point, right? Where they're in the cave, right? Where they go to the back of the cave?
Live in Zohar.
Yeah, I mean, what in the world are we talking about here? So, what do we call it? What do we make of this? Is this a bowl, or is this particular part with the wives, or what do we make of this? How do we leave this segment for today?
Maybe there's more of the story. Maybe it fills in some of the story. Maybe that's what Yah wanted. He wanted him to do that, or
Well, all the end of the generations end up getting wiped off. These
Yeah.
guys all get wiped out. So it's obviously not Yah's chosen people.
Well, he was blessed because of Abraham,
He
right?
was blessed with Abraham, but like the true generations weren't blessed with Abraham.
Yeah, they all died off, and it was an ancestral family line, and I guess that's it. Yeah, I don't have a lot for this. These are things where you have to be astute in your Torah, right? You got to be so found, so solid, so concrete in Torah that nothing like this shakes your faith, right? Nothing like this shakes it. And I don't think this is a faith shaking instance. I don't think it's really that bad at all. It is different though, and we need to discuss things that are different because it matters. It really does matter when all of these stories are combined. And so there's not a lot of these really odd instances in this scripture, in this writing, perhaps. But this was one of them. And so definitely raise your eyebrows on this. Use it as data. Use it as a data point. Things like this, I wouldn't use them as doctrine. But as far as this goes, nothing is writing over Torah. Nothing's like saying don't keep the commandments. Nothing, nothing changes. In fact, it gives us a lot more details, things that we can just say about and figure out what the hmms are. So there we go with that. Do you have anything else?
I don't think there's anything like when you say like don't take his daughter. I don't think there's anything you can teach on this certain part here. Like don't do this.
Well, yeah, don't go into your daughters. Right, there's some stuff right there. Right, don't.
You know from the other accounts of Jasher, Jubilees, and Genesis that this was something that was bad. This is something that was supposed to happen. So
Yeah, and one thing is we do not have the Torah written as of yet that has the Torah command of do not look at your family members naked.
well, yeah, we know they had the Torah. We know they had a
We-
form of Torah.
they-
They probably and they knew that it was wrong. They knew everybody in that little.
I think anybody in the
Sins.
society knows it's wrong to wed your daughters and marry your daughters and that kind of stuff. And it breaks the cycle of life. All right, so with that, everybody, we are going to say goodbye. We hope, again, we see you guys again tomorrow. Much love to everybody out there. I guess it's the 1st of November on the Gregorian calendar, so much love to all, and we will see you guys again soon.
All right,
Shalom.